Hello, and welcome back to the Yours in Old FoMoCo Iron YouTube channel. My name is Adrian Clements, and today I'd like to share with you some of the 1967, 1969, and 1970 FoMoCo cars that were in attendance at the 2009 Woodward Dream Cruise that took place on Saturday, August 15th. Most of these cars belonged to members of the now-defunct Motor City Galaxy Club, and we gathered that day at the Royal Oak Ford Body Shop located at 30002 Woodward Avenue in Royal Oak, Michigan, on the east side of Woodward Avenue between 12 Mile and 13 Mile roads at the West Webster Road cross street. Together we'll review exterior, interior, engine compartment, and door data plate or certification label images for each car, and decode the car's vehicle identification number or VIN, and production data as shown on the door data plate or certification label. Let's get started. This car is an original appearing 1967 Mercury Montclair four-door breezeway sedan. It should be noted that for the 1967 model year, the Mercury breezeway rear window that was optional on the Monterey and Montclair four-door sedans and standard equipment on the Park Lane and Brougham four-door sedans meant that the rear window could be lowered and raised a total of 3 inches with a dash-mounted switch that powered an electric window motor. This car is registry number 348 in the 1967 Mercury full-size registry. According to the door data plate, this car has the following VIN and production data. VIN 7B54H522734, body 54D, color QM, trim 3B, date 28C, DSO B6, axle 8, trans U. The VIN and production data tell us that this is an Oakville, Ontario, Canada-built 1967 Mercury Montclair four-door breezeway sedan, one of 4,793 produced during the 1967 model year. Built with a 390 Marauder V8, a 390 cubic inch two-barrel V8 engine that produced 270 horsepower at 4,400 RPM and 403 pound-force-feet of torque at 2,600 RPM with a 9.5 to 1 compression ratio. The paint color is a glacier blue body, a medium blue metallic color, with a polar white roof, and the bench seat interior is medium blue mosaic pattern cloth cushion inserts and light blue crinkle grain vinyl cushions, bolsters, and back. This car was scheduled to be built on Tuesday, March 28, 1967, and was ordered through a dealership in Canada's western region. The rear axle is a 2.75 to 1 non-locking unit, and the transmission is a column shift C6 select shift Mercomatic 3-speed automatic. This car is an original appearing 1967 Ford XL two-door hardtop. It should be noted that the 1967 model year was the first time that the Galaxy 500 prefix was dropped from the 1962 to 1966 Galaxy 500 XL series name for the Ford full-size models with front bucket seats and a console, leaving just XL as the new series name for 1967. This car is registry number 1845 in the 1967 Ford full-size registry. According to the door data plate, this car has the following VIN and production data. VIN 7G58R225764, body 63C, color B, trim RAA, date 15E, DSO 89, axle 5, trans 5. The VIN and production data tell us that this is a Chicago, Illinois-built 1967 Ford XL two-door hardtop, one of 21,053 produced during the 1967 model year. Built with a 427-8V 7-liter high-performance V8, a 427 cubic inch 2x4 barrel V8 engine that produced 425 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 480 pound-force-feet of torque at 3,700 RPM with an 11.1 to 1 compression ratio. The paint color is frost turquoise, a light aqua color, and the bucket seat interior is charcoal black Heath tricot grain vinyl vertical cushion strip and charcoal black crinkle grain vinyl cushions and bolsters, luxury interior trim, first deviation. This car was scheduled to be built on Monday, May 15th, 1967, and was ordered through FoMoCo's Transportation Services Department. The rear axle is a 3.50-to-1 non-locking unit, and the transmission is a console shift top-loader 4-speed manual. This car is an original appearing 1967 Ford Galaxy 500 two-door hardtop sporting a dealer-optional 3x2V induction system. This car is registry number 2 in the 1967 Ford full-size registry. According to the door data plate, this car has the following VIN and production data. VIN 7N55Q156127, body 63B, color B, trim 5K, date 21U, DSO 25, axle 4, trans 5. The VIN and production data tell us that this is a Norfolk, Virginia built 1967 Ford Galaxy 500 two-door hardtop, one of 212,948 produced during the 1967 model year, built with a 428 Thunderbird 7-liter V8, a 428 cubic inch 4-barrel V8 engine that produced 345 horsepower at 4,600 RPM and 462 pound-force-feet of torque at 2,800 RPM with a 10.5-to-1 compression ratio. The paint color is frost turquoise, a light aqua color, and the bench seat interior is medium aqua Fremont pattern cloth cushion inserts and light aqua crinkle grain vinyl cushions, bolsters, and back. This car was scheduled to be built on Friday, July 21st, 1967, and was ordered through a dealership in the Richmond, Virginia sales district. The rear axle is a 3.25-to-1 non-locking unit, and the transmission is a floor shift top-loader 4-speed manual. This car is an original appearing 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1 sports roof, a two-door hardtop fastback body style. It should be noted that the 1969 model year was the first time that the body style name sports roof was used for the two-door hardtop fastback body style. Please note that sports roof is always written with a capital S at the beginning of sports and a capital R at the beginning of roof. According to the door data plate, no photo, sorry, this car has the following VIN and production data. VIN 9F02R 200146, body 63C, color T5, trim 3AA, date 16E, DSO 33, axle S, trans 6. The VIN and production data tell us that this is a Dearborn, Michigan-built 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1 sports roof, one of 71,818 produced during the 1969 model year. Built with a 428 Cobra Jet Ram Air V8, a 428 cubic inch 4-barrel V8 engine that produced 335 horsepower at 5,200 RPM and 440 pound-force-feet of torque at 3,400 RPM with a 10.5-to-1 compression ratio. The paint color is candy apple red with a blacked-out hood, and the bucket seat interior is charcoal black Clarion knitted cushion inserts with horizontal red vinyl accent stripe, and charcoal black Corinthian grain vinyl cushions and bolsters, first deviation. This car was scheduled to be built on Friday, May 16, 1969, and was ordered through a dealership in the Detroit, Michigan sales district. The rear axle is a 3.50-to-1 traction lock unit, where traction lock is period Ford speak for a locking differential, and the transmission is a console shift top-loader, close ratio, 4-speed manual. This car is an original appearing 1970 and a half Ford Falcon two-door sedan. It is interesting to note that the 1970 Ford Falcon that shared its body with the 1966 through 1969 Falcons was discontinued in late 1969 and was replaced early in 1970 with the Falcon two-door sedan and Falcon four-door sedan that were based on the 1970 Ford Torino body. Ford actually marketed these new Falcons as being 1970 and a half models in all their literature in order to differentiate them from the markedly different 1970 Falcons that were in production for the first half of the model year. According to the certification label, this car has the following VIN and production data. VIN OH26J 144542, date 0270, body 62A, color M, trim 2B, axle W, trans U, DSO 17. The VIN and production data tell us that this is a Lorain, Ohio built 1970 and a half Ford Falcon two-door sedan, one of 26,071 produced during the 1970 and a half model year. Built with a 429 Cobra Jet Ram Air V8, a 429 cubic inch four-barrel V8 engine that produced 370 horsepower at 5,400 RPM and 450 pound-force-feet of torque at 3,400 RPM with an 11.3 to 1 compression ratio. This car was scheduled to be built in February of 1970. The paint color is white, and the bench seat interior is medium blue Glendale pattern vinyl cushions and medium blue Corinthian grain vinyl cushions, bolsters, and back. The rear axle is a 4.30 to 1 Detroit locker unit, where Detroit locker is period Ford speak for a locking differential. And the transmission is a column shift, select shift Cruise-O-Matic 3-speed automatic. This car was ordered through a dealership in the Washington, D.C. sales district. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. There are lots more videos in the pipeline, so subscribe and be notified as each new video is released. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at adrian.clements@me.com. Yours in old FoMoCo iron, Adrian.